Stangibelisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1, GV Whiskey 1 Good Vibrations, or maybe in this particular case, gross vibrations. You hear that rhythmic clicking or popping noise. My transceiver right now is tuned to exactly 28 megahertz in the SSB mode. There are no signals on the band that I can hear, but that could be because I have my antenna, my coaxial cable disconnected from the antenna at the antenna point. But the coaxial cable runs right by a new device that I just installed, and I'd never heard this popping noise before, so I started unplugging things, and lo and behold, wouldn't you know, only the second attempt I made, it was this new little device. What is this device? Well, it's one of those things that you use, you wrap some coils around your water pipe, and the idea is that it creates a magnetic field which alters the structure or the adherence nature of the molecules of the dissolved solids in the water, such as, calcium carbonate or lime or whatever you call it. It's sort of like a substitute for a water softener. I will not name the particular brand of this device because I don't want to badmouth anyone, but I assume most similar devices would do the same thing if they operate off of the electrical power mains. There's some that use permanent magnets and don't connect to any source of power, and I assume that those would have no noise-generating capability like this. But when I unplug that thing, and it does run very close to the feed line, I will say that, and it doesn't seem to happen very much on any band that I can tune to except for the 28 megahertz band. But when you hear mysterious new sources of noise, human-made noise, on the ham radio bands, you might want to check and see which new appliances you've just obtained and see if you maybe can get rid of the problem yourself. I will depart the screen momentarily. And yank the plug out of the wall for this little device. It only consumes about 6 watts, and seeing as I got my regular water softener repaired recently, I may not need it at all. But if I'm ever bothered by this particular type of noise on any of my bands, all I got to do is, for the time I'm on the air, yank that plug. It's a very simple little device, and it comes right back on. About 3 seconds after I plug that device back in. Stangibelisco, explorer of the electromagnetic spectrum extraordinaire at your service for a demonstration. It might give you a hint as to what you might want to try if you've installed one of these little magnetic water conditioners in place of your water softener. You don't need to do away with the thing. I'm not going to fault the thing because a lot of appliances will do that. God only knows what high power would do to it. But just in case you've heard a new source of noise around the 28 megahertz band, you might, while you're on the air, just try yanking that plug. Stangibelisco saying 73, which means best regards in ham radio jargon, and so long, which forever after on CW, my native fist shall mean da-da-da-da-da-da.